All right, hello everybody. KVUE Chief Meteorologist Hunter Williams here with you on this Thursday evening for our nightly edition of the extended forecast, where we get into all the nitty-gritty, all the nerdy details, and we have no time constraints. Now, the big thing that we're talking about today, obviously, is the heat. So let me show you the official numbers. 102 today for Camp Mabry. And if you're thinking, wait, that seems a little hotter than we've experienced so far this summer, it's because it is 102. Officially now our hottest day so far of 2025. We hit 101 today at the airport. Normal has ticked up to 99. So now that we are into July 31st, this will run through August 14th. This is the hottest part of the summer, climatologically, here in Central Texas, where the average stays at 99. Record today was 107 from back in 2023. I remember that summer. Obviously, very hot. We were not that hot today. Here are the numbers area-wide. It was triple digits up and down the I-35 corridor. San Antonio hit 101 today. San Marcos hit 102. 100 in Taylor. Georgetown hit 102 today. Giddings, you narrowly avoided it at 99. 101 was the high for Cameron. 101 Horseshoe Bay. 99 in Llano. Fredericksburg, normally one of our coolest locations in the afternoons. Even there, it was 96 degrees today. Okay, so as we mentioned, 102, hottest temperature so far of 2025. I say so far because we still have a long runway left, all of August, like first half of September, it could still be really hot. So just to be honest, I fully expect that we'll probably get hotter than this before everything is said and done for this summer. But as of now, this will go in as our hottest temperature so far of the year. If it holds, again, probably won't, but if it does, how does this compare to the past several summers? Well, it's much cooler. We all remember last summer, 109 was the hottest temperature recorded last summer. 2023, 2022, 110, both of those summers. And then 2021, more comparable to what we've been dealing with. There was not as much rain in that summer of 2021, but I remember it wasn't that hot. So 102 for now. Again, we'll probably revisit this here in a couple of weeks. Triple digit counter, then we'll move on into the forecast today. Our sixth day of triple digit heat. We're obviously still way off the pace set by last year, but slowly but surely, we're kind of notching off some of these days. And look, remember, we still have all of August left. A typical summer would be like 33 triple-digit days for the entire summer. So, you know, I don't necessarily expect this, but, you know, if you get another 20 plus in August and then maybe September you get a few more, you still can end up getting pretty close to that average. So just to tell you, we've got some runway left with the summer. All right, here's another live view. Our Oasis came out over Lake Travis. Now we are cooling down to 99 degrees at both Mabry and the airport. The humidity mixed out a little bit this afternoon, allowing temperatures to jump up, but now the dew point is at 61. So we're only adding 1 degree with the feels like temperature, but it's just not the same type of dry Las Vegas type heat like what we were dealing with a couple days ago. Here's the satellite radar. I added a 10% rain chance to our forecast yesterday for today. That has not manifested itself, so we'll be completely dry through this evening. It's a mostly sunny sky out there right now. We'll be mostly clear to partly cloudy overnight tonight. No rain overnight. On the bigger picture weather pattern, so here's a little complex of storms drifting down over parts of East Texas. Keep an eye on that. That could be a factor down towards Houston. Probably not for us. And then this is the main feature I'm watching. We've got a weak stalled frontal boundary, and you can see this has churned up a couple showers and storms to our north. This front. Now, if it was 2 months in the future, maybe we'd be talking about, all right, cool down coming. It is not going to cool us down meaningfully, but as this little boundary drifts down closer to us than hits the brakes, tomorrow and Saturday, we're going to get a storm chance back, especially for tomorrow. Tonight, not quite as crisp and comfortable, even across the hill country. I think it's going to be harder and harder to find areas that drop into the 60s. We'll primarily be in the low to mid 70s tonight. Partly cloudy, a southeast wind switching to a southwest wind late tonight. Then tomorrow, by 1 o'clock, clouds increasing a little bit. We're at 97. High temperature in Austin tomorrow, 101. And as you can see, we do have that chance for scattered showers and storms as we get into the afternoon and early evening. Here are the numbers area-wide. This still is going to be pretty close to typical for this time of the year, but likely a smidge cooler from most spots relative to what we saw today. Upper 90s, lower triple digits. But as things heat up, we will churn up a couple of these storms. So I've increased this now to a 40% chance for scattered showers and storms. Kyle, by the way, 99 tomorrow. Wimberley, 98. Dripping Springs, 98. Lago Vista, 96. Round Rock will go about 98 for you tomorrow on your Friday as well. So let's talk rain chances. Here's the latest run of our graph model, which I think is a pretty good idea here. It brings that little weakening boundary into our area, and it stalls. So by 3 or 4 o'clock, we've got hit or miss showers and storms. So it's hit or miss, meaning if you miss, you might not see really any rain at all through this weekend. But if you hit on where these storms develop and it's right over top of you, some quick heavy rain will be a possibility, even a low end flood risk that we'll talk about. Say a quick half-inch, inch plus of rain. It's not a huge concern of mine, but some minor localized flooding. I can't rule it out. And then this will be just kind of classic summertime stuff. So once we go into the evening, sun goes down, we lose that daytime heating, things will wind down. So by 9:30, 10 o'clock on Friday, I think we'll be dry. We'll be dry through the rest of the overnight too. And then we go overnight into Saturday morning. The morning of Saturday is dry, but you can still see this little wind pattern here where what's left of that boundary is lingering over us, and that will be enough to churn up some more showers and storms as we go for the afternoon into the evening on Saturday. I think Saturday may be a little bit drier than Friday. I've got like a 40% Friday, a 30% on Saturday. And it looks like Saturday this could favor areas along and east of I-35. And then after that, Sunday is looking like a mainly dry day. So if you're kind of planning out the weekend and you have an option between Saturday and Sunday for something outdoors, Sunday definitely looks like the drier day. But even on Saturday, you know, there's going to be many areas that stay dry. It's going to be hot both days, but just kind of keep an eye to the sky if we'll be out Saturday. 30% chance for rain, 98. Then Sunday we go down to a 10%. Mostly sunny, high of 99. Now, I mentioned this kind of new addition to the forecast as these rain chances have boosted up a little bit. The Weather Prediction Center has now outlined for both Friday and Saturday a low-end level 1 out of 4 risk for localized flooding and localized excessive rain. Again, I know we've dealt with over the past couple of months. This is not a huge concern of mine, but just some spotty areas where, you know, if you get a quick 1 to 2 inches of rain, there could be ponding on roadways and stuff like that we'll need to consider. This is the latest run of our graph model when it prints out for the rainfall accumulations, and this is just one model, so don't see this and say, oh, it's going to be an inch of rain in Austin. This very well could be somewhere else and not over Austin, but it just shows you where there's potential in spots for heavy downpours to produce a quick inch plus of rain. So just wanted to show you that. My forecast tonight, partly cloudy, not as comfortable as humidity is increasing, 76 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, 101, then a 40% chance for showers and storms, especially mid to late afternoon into the early evening hours, then dry again tomorrow night into Saturday morning. Saturday, 30%, 98, and maybe the numbers come down ever so slightly. It's not really like a meaningful cool down, but I think we'll get back into the upper 90s for a few days. Monday, 99. We'll go 98 degrees on Tuesday. Wednesday, 99, then back up around 100 for Thursday. But that would take us into the first several days of August and still would have our hottest day of the summer at 102, which again is pretty manageable, especially relative to where we've been the past couple of summers. So that's what we're tracking for you. Return to rain chances starting tomorrow. We're going to have some new model data and some new forecast data for you coming up on our newscast at 10 o'clock. That's in about 3 hours from now. In the meantime, we'll take a break. Y'all have a good rest of your Thursday evening, and we'll see you for KVUE News.